this relationship was toxic in the person that it made me become. That girl who I found, like, I also found out that he was talking to some other girl on Facebook. I got all of their chats, and this is like I can't believe I'm gonna be saying this. Only like a few people know this. But okay, so when I found their chats, right, I had come to him before with like telling him that I know that you're doing 1, 2, 3, and he'd always deny it. Like, you know, he was like a deny type of person. So he'd always deny it, and like it highly frustrated me because I know I'm right, but then he'd be like, but do you have proof though? Like, do you like you know, just patronizing me. And so I decided that, okay, you know what, I need to be at a place where I have proof, but he can't know that I have his Facebook password. So me, this girl, I'm a girl with a plan. Like, come on. Like, so what I did is bought another SIM card, screenshotted all of their conversations, all of the juicy bits, them talking about shaving vaginas for other people, and all of these things, you know, titties that are like, you know. And I decided to, with the other number, I created a WhatsApp with it, and then I sent those screenshots to myself, and like anonymously, and then I said that, yeah, like, yes, basically he is cheating on me type of vibes. So then this way I could come to him with the proof that I found, and he couldn't turn it around on me and attack me for, like, you know, going on his Facebook or for doing any of these things, you know. And it worked. It worked, because he started like a huge fight with him and that girl at the time, Gijimi, and yeah, like it's not like a huge fight up amongst them, and then it kind of like caused like a rift. It was like a small victory within their chats. She had also sent him nudes. I never did, like I never made them public ever. And then somehow, I don't know how this happened, but somehow I got to talking about how like she was sending him nudes and stuff, and then it became like a rumor. And then I even got called to the office, but then she denied ever taking nudes, so it never went forward. But the worst thing was I genuinely had a plan to create like a whole Facebook and like just expose them. Luckily, like, as I came to my senses, because I realized, like, I thought about it, I was like, okay, if this was me, you know, like, to a certain extent, I think I finally at some point realized that I was going too far with it, and I'm very glad that I didn't do it. And then there was another girl, and with her I bullied her. Like, the next girl was like a thick girl. She was a very like she was like a very pretty, and I remember that she started talking to my guy, and when she started talking to him, I don't remember well. I don't know if she told me, or did one of her friends, who also happened to be my friend, tell me that they are talking. But I found out that they were talking and stuff. I started like calling her a guinya, like a fat cook, because of her like weight. And I think that's actually one of like the most I did a lot of disgusting things when I was in this relationship. Like, I became a very disgusting person, like, and I did it a lot, guys. Like I didn't just call, and I called her guinya to her face that day as we were all chilling. I don't know where I got this audacity from, but I called her a guinya to her face, and then after that I just started calling her the guinya. And when anyone would like refer to her, I'd be like, oh, the guinya, like all the time. And I won't lie, like, I genuinely regret it. Like, I feel so bad. I don't know what the hell was going through my head at that point in time. And then honestly, like guys, like the things I did, as much like the more that we continued to hold on to each other, even though we would like he was doing otherwise things, the more like evil I can say I became, you know, because he kept doing to other girls, and he kept lying to me about it, and saying that he wants to build things with me in like the other like the private chats and stuff. So let's get to the last girl. Let's call her Rasta. And I befriended her in order to get information about like what her and my guy were talking about, and just to have like concrete evidence that the girl herself is telling me that you guys are together. Like, come on, my guy. But it was sad because I think of the point in time when I met her, and I think of all the things that she would tell me. Like, I was friends with her for like, I think like almost a whole year to like half a year, just getting this information. And she would confide in me all of her problems, and she genuinely had problems, and I didn't care a damn, because my objective was one thing. I think like I lost a lot of me in that relationship, you know, in proving to him that he was cheating. Yeah, like she told me like her family problems, she told me all these things, and then like one day I just took it all to him, and then he shouted at her, and then there was like an awkward thing, and then she actually even tried to reach out to me afterwards and like continue the friendship, and I did it because I got what I wanted. I ended their situation, and I got the information I had wanted, you know, and I used it against him and everything. And once again, it was just me and him, and like we're moving forward again and stuff. But I really don't know, like I really don't know that girl that I was. Like I don't know, man. Like I was a terrible person in high school. And then I think with him, like it ended like the final straw was when he got with this other girl. And it was a girl that disliked me, and I disliked her too, a lot, like wow, you know. And she texted him, and I remember even thinking to myself like how they even got together for me was so suspect, because she texted him out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden she had a crush on him, and I'm like, how is my arch nemesis out of nowhere? Okay, not my arch nemesis. I'm being very, very, very dramatic, but at that point in time, yeah, she felt like my arch nemesis. How could she just all of a sudden just like the guy that was always making me look stupid at school, you know? And I felt like she was genuinely just trying to get a one-up on me with that thing, with like talking to him. I don't know, maybe she did like him, you know? I don't know. Like, we weren't friends, so I don't know. But he got together with her, and her friend happened to be my friend too, and we were in the same geography class. So her friend would always tell me like, dude, I don't know if they're together though, but I know that they stay talking. And I was like, I asked him, he denies. And at this point we were genuinely working towards being together, like for real. And he had like left school. I was in matric at this time. And then so she keeps telling me this as we working towards prelims. And then I remember when we were writing our geography prelim exam, Garabelo told me, she was like, okay, they're dating, like it's official, like they are dating. And then Julian like sent me pictures, and like I didn't have her number because we're not friends, right? But I would hear from people that like he's even her profile picture and stuff, and then he still denied it. And I remember going to his house, and this was like the last time I went to see him like romantically. I went to his house once again on like a Saturday sip day, and we chilled. And then when we went to go buy food, I took his phone, and then he even had like a folder of like her, but I think it was because he was trying to keep it hidden, because it was a folder. And then if you look at the folder on the outside, it's just like, it was his, like, I think it was either his family or like houses. Like it was if you look at it on the outside, it was like a boring folder. But then I couldn't find her anywhere else. But I felt like, and I heard that they were even exchanging videos and stuff. So I was looking for those videos. So I knew they were there. So I looked in every folder and I found them. And when I found them, I cried. I cried and I was like, oh. And I realized, I think funny enough, like then and there was when I realized that he was never going to change, and he really didn't respect me for him to take a person that I have, that like he knew very well what me and her relationship was, and it was just too much disrespect at that point. It was just, I couldn't handle it. And so I ended it, like, so then I ended it, and I'm Xhosa and he's Xhosa too. So he was gonna go Epomeni and stuff, like to initiation school. And I remember him saying that he wants me to come to his mgidi, to his like celebration ceremony when he comes out and everything. I remember swearing his ass, like when he went in, and I was like, I hope you die. I hope you die there. Like that was like the last thing I said to him when he went in. I remember he tried to speak to me when he was there, and I didn't want to talk to him, because to a certain extent I actually thank that girl, like the girl that I used to not really get along with in high school, because them being together was how I was able to move on. Like, because that was when I saw that this man does not love me, this man does not respect me, like this man does not see me. I am John Cena. Like, yeah. Then I decided, okay, Grange up. No, let me choose myself. And also then I was also going to school, decided to go to Durban. I wanted this change of scenery. When we did speak, like in first year, and then he wanted like to fix things and stuff, and he was even willing to move to Durban to be with me. And I was telling him, like, dude, like, you've been doing this since high school. Like come on. And I think eventually we spoke again. I don't know if it was his first year or second year, but then I finally got to asking him, like, the one thing that hurt me most was in our relationship, he never took me out. Like 3 years, and he never took me out. I think the one gift I can say he bought me was a small teddy bear on Valentine's Day. Yeah, and that was like before the actual breakup, like when we had first started dating. So like that was it. But then the things he was doing for these girls, like I think that was also what was like, that was also what hurt me most, was that when I saw her birthday pictures, he had gone out with her to like a bougie restaurant. And I'm not saying that like he paid for all these things, but we never did these things because it was always, he always made it seem as if it would be taxing, you know. But he was doing these things for her, and I'd even hear with the other girl, Mkejimi, like he'd also do nice things for her too. And it was basically just me. He even went to a festival with her. I don't know what it was. There's a lot of festivals in Gauteng. But I was just like, you never did these things for me. And I asked him, and then he was like, he never had to do them for me because he didn't have to impress me with these things. I loved him for him, so he didn't have to do all those things. Whereas these other girls, he had to impress them with these things. And that's also why he loved me, because I loved him for him. And I'm like, so I deserve less because I love you for you, basically. Next person is actually the last person I was with. We broke up like last year. Let's just call them Al Cool J. These nicknames. So Al Cool J. What they did is that they were very manipulative and they were very controlling. Like, and the controlling thing, I nipped it in the bud. I told them that, like, Babap, you controlling. And then they were like, okay, tell me when I'm doing controlling things, wada, seeming as if they want to work on it, crunch up, moved forward. But then he said hella manipulative things, like, I've been wanting to stop smoking for like a while, but I was like struggling. And then he was like wanting me to also stop. So he was all on my case about, no, don't do it. And then like this one time, the first time I ever smoked in front of him, he saw, like, I think we had a fight, and then I had a headache and stuff, and I wanted to smoke, then I got it, and then I was good. And I was happy with him, and I forgave him, and we were all goody. And then he said, nah, from now on I should smoke, because when I smoke I forgive him for anything, and like I'm all good, and like we're happy and stuff. And I was like, no, that's like, it's very bothering. Like, you feel that way. Like, basically you're gonna make me do something that you know I want to stop just because it'll get you off the hook of things that you've done, you know. That's not okay. But then the last straw was with my school, because this person knew that, like, I had a second year module that I was trying to fix, so he knows I had a lot of stuff to do. And then he said to me, like, okay, I'm the type of person that I don't like walking into classes late. I don't, ever since first year. And like, I don't walk into a class late. Like, if I'm late, I will stand outside the class, but I will leave. Like, I won't go inside. I don't like that thing of everyone looking at you when you walk into a class late. I know it's weird, but yeah, this is me. So he knew this about me, and then he'd purposefully make me late in the morning so that I would choose rather than not to go to school and stay with him, because he would stay all day in my bed every day. I think for him, another thing that became too much is I met him the first day, guys. Like, the first day I met him, he came to my place, like we chill the need, and afterwards, I don't know how this happened, but he ended up coming back to my place. I think I might have asked him, I don't know, but he came back to my place. And from then, he just stayed at my place, like, basically up until we broke up. And I think that was like a month. So basically, I'd wake up and get ready to go to school and leave this man in my bed and stuff, and then I come back and stuff. But now he said he'd purposely make me late and like maybe like play with me or like talk to me or do all these little things to make sure that I'd be late and not end up not going to school anymore, so I can stay with him. And I looked at, and like, he said this to me this one morning when he had made me late, and I legit got up and I went to school, and I was like, this man, what are you, like, you are ruining me. Like, that was like sabotage. Like, I was just like, school, Paul. Like, of all the things to stop me from going to school, like, so yeah, I knew, like, then and then was when I knew that relationship had to end, because you can't be saying that you want to grow with me, you want to build with me and all these things, but that's the kind of energy you have. Your energy is self-serving. That's the kind of energy you have. You're not thinking about me and my best interests. Yeah. And in all of these, I think I've learned that I'm crazy if you make me crazy. Like, I understand why he called me Detective Pigulumzi. Like, guys, I will find out and I will go above and beyond, guys. Like, do not think that you can fix a person. And if the person is hurting you, yeah, no, I know the saying. Sorry. I've been thinking about what the saying is in my head. When a person shows you who they are, listen. Yeah, and just never letting anyone drive me to that point again where Detective Pigolomzi has to come out. You know? From now on, I don't need proof. Bad relationships will make you a bad person. So leave. Leave before it makes me a bad person. Yeah, I think I've learned that very well, like, from now on, like, ever since, like, my high school relationship, like, because I used to have this fear of, like, having, like, many boyfriends in my life, but I've learned that what's the point of having 5 boyfriends in my life, but yet, like, okay, maybe saying that I've had 3 boyfriends, and the third one I ended up being with forever and ever, but yet forever and ever, I'm forever and ever being Detective Pigolum until I die, you know? So yeah, kind of learned to choose myself. I think that leaving this was just in realizing that I am worthy, and I'm worthy of being alone. Like, I am enough. Like, Pigolum is enough. So yeah. I hope you like this video. Like, this is my very first story time, and I'm sorry I moved all over. Like, the lighting today was really bothering me, but it's bothering me for multiple reasons, because I don't want to put a full face on because it's really hot and I have this heat rash on my face. Like, I don't know if you can see, but I have this heat rash on my face, and with this heat rash, like, my makeup, I knew it wouldn't look good, and I knew that putting on makeup was gonna be bad for my skin, and it actually did. Like, this concealer I put on made my heat rash even worse. Azaka, video. Please comment on the craziest things a toxic relationship has ever made you do. Like, yeah, what was your crazy, what was your Detective Pigolomzi shit? Thank you for watching.